How's it going, everyone? We are officially in December, and let's be honest, comparatively speaking to October or November, it's not as packed of a month. Really, it's not even as packed as September. September was pretty great for gaming. Even August had Immortals of Aveum, Armored Core 6. This month, it definitely has some cool stuff like Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, but it is a little bit of a lighter month. But I still want to give you guys a heads up on all of the new releases dropping tomorrow. So yes, these games will all be out tomorrow. Let's just get right into it because we've got some cool stuff to go over, and let's kick it off with CyberPunk 2077. The Ultimate Edition will be dropping tomorrow along with that Update 2.1, a brand new free update for CyberPunk 2077, and a massive update at that. Like, I initially thought Update 2.1 was going to be a smaller scale update because we had Update 2.0, Patch 2.0 was huge, and, you know, if we just get some refinements and some fixes with 2.1, that's perfectly fine, but nope, we are getting a major update. Update 2.1 for CyberPunk 2077 and Phantom Liberty on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S is coming out tomorrow, December the 5th, around 12 p.m. Central Time. The update brings our usual bug fixes, changes, and gameplay improvement. It also adds some of the most requested features such as the N-Cart Metro, radio port, repeatable car races, hangouts with romantic interest, cats, and more. In preparation for the updates released tomorrow, check out all of the changes. This is on their official website. And remember, this is coinciding with the release of the Ultimate Edition, which will be a full $60 release, given that Cyberpunk 2077 on sale goes for like $30, Phantom Liberty is like $30, the value's fine. The only bummer is on PlayStation 5, the content isn't all on disc. You get a voucher code for Phantom Liberty, that is not the case on Xbox Series. You get all the content on disc, so that's super disappointing if you're buying it on PlayStation, but what can you do? You know, paying $60 at this point, I think it's worth it for Cyberpunk, but at the same time, if you've waited this long, I do think the most advantageous route to go is just waiting for the Ultimate Edition to see a sizable discount. You know, when that's available for 30 to 40 bucks, that'll be a killer deal. So that's what I would personally recommend, but you do whatever the hell you want to do. Now, as far as new features with Update 2.1, it is noted V's issue with their city pass is resolved, and they can now travel between the 9 metro stations located throughout Night City on 5 different lines via fast travel or riding the train itself while gazing out the window and watching the world go by. V will now be able to invite their love interest to spend more time together in any of the apartments, hangouts, or repeatable unlimited event that become available once the romance path with a given character has concluded. You can now listen to the radio while on foot or while riding the train using the new radio port feature available while you explore. It switches seamlessly to car radio whenever you get into a vehicle and turns off when quest-specific music starts playing. It's now possible to adjust the volume directly in the radio window. Added replayable car races. V can take part after finishing. The Beast and Me look for race flag icons on the map. Win the races to get eddies. A discount for the AutoFixer website. Additionally, we improved the racers' AI to make them more competitive and made enhancements so that the whole experience is much more fun. And sightseeing binoculars in various scenic spots have been added as another way to appreciate Night City's vistas. That's not all. On top of that, accessibility updates. We talked about that in the last video. Added more customization options for the HUD, quests and open world fixes, Phantom Liberty specific changes, gameplay refinements, perk refinements. It is a ton of stuff that's being implemented with this update, so be on the lookout for that. If you've yet to check out Cyberpunk 2077, the Ultimate Edition, something to consider picking up, but, you know, for most of you that already have the game, might be another reason to go back and jump in if you have yet to play Phantom Liberty, or even jump back in with Update 2.0. Moving on from that, The Lord of the Rings Return to Moria is headed to PlayStation 5 tomorrow. Has been available on the Epic Games Store going back to the end of October, but now hits PlayStation 5. The Lord of the Rings Return to Moria follows the dwarves as they embark on a new adventure to reclaim their legendary home of Moria beneath the Misty Mountains. Players will join forces to survive, craft, and build and explore the iconic sprawling mines. Courageous expeditioners will need to be vigilant as mysterious dangers do await. Reclaim the dwarven homeland of Moria. Summoned to the Misty Mountains by the Lockbearer, players take control of a company of dwarves tasked to reclaim the lost spoils from the dwarven homeland of Moria. Key game features note: Feel the Fellowship, survive the dark, base building, rebuild and reshape Moria, explore co-op multiplayer, craft dwarven tools, uncover magic artifacts, mine orange jewels, comprehensive dwarf builder as well. Game is going for $39.99 and will officially be out on PlayStation 5 tomorrow. Next up, we have Laika, Age Through Blood. Now, this dropped on PC a little while ago as well, and it is incredibly stylish in presentation and not getting enough love and excitement around its PlayStation release. Laika, Age Through Blood is a Western-inspired Motorvania set in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. It is the story about a tribe oppressed by occupant forces and the personal story of a mother coyote warrior who descends on an endless path of vengeance to take back what her people lost. It's a Western-inspired Motorvania set in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Drive, jump, fight your way through the huge hand-drawn world on your trusty motorbike, race through the wasteland, and perform dangerous jumps, shoot enemies in slow-mo, and reload your gun by performing a backflip, use skill-based power-ups, and persist challenging battles against big bosses. Vehicular combat on a fast and agile motorbike, a beautiful hand-painted and post-apocalyptic world, a deep story about a mother-daughter relationship, vengeance, and loss, a varied world, epic boss battles, and loads of missions as well in the very first Motorvania. The game has had a very, very positive reception on Steam with 1,828 reviews, 95% of those reviews being positive. It is gonna be $19.99, so pretty compelling price point as well, officially dropping to PlayStation 5 tomorrow. Next up, we have While the Iron's Hot. Reforge a blacksmith's village on an isle of the land's finest artisans to step into the boots of an expert smith for a crafty adventure filled with mystery and charm. Explore the land of Alien and prove that a hammer, anvil, and your wits can overcome any challenge. A crafting-based game with a throwback art style. While the Iron's Hot drops tomorrow on December 5th, published by Humble Games. Next up, a major release here coming out of early access and into its full release, we have Disney Dreamlight Valley. On top of this release out of early access, it will also be getting its very first expansion. That'll be a paid expansion from Gameloft. Explore a world filled with the magic of Disney as you discover rich stories and build the perfect neighborhood alongside Disney and Pixar heroes and villains in this new life sim adventure game. Welcome to Disney Dreamlight Valley. So this game was initially scheduled to be a free-to-play release. They ultimately opted to go with a premium model for a release. We'll see how that is received. Free the Dream Castle from the insidious grip of the Forgetting and unlock the unique realms of well-loved Disney and Pixar characters, including great queens and kings such as Anna and Simba. Each realm contains unique challenges with puzzles to solve in the quest to bring friendship back to the valley. A game that has been seeing consistent updates and obviously is going to have a pretty large audience interested in the game. We'll see how it's received outside of early access, how the pay-to-play model does ultimately affect the game, and how the first expansion is received when all of that does drop tomorrow. Next up, we have Enclave HD. The updated version of Enclave will feature upgraded visuals, music tracks. New to this version of the game, Enclave HD, 1,000 years have passed since the High Wizard saved the people from the brink of defeat at the hands of the evil armies by creating a massive rift to permanently separate the forces of good and evil. Now, the rift is closing, and once again, you'll have to join the fight. Enclave HD hits PlayStation 5 tomorrow, December the 5th. And lastly, a VR title, we have Arashi Castle of Sin Final Cut, coming from Endeavor One and Skydance Interactive. Become one with the shadows with the award-winning VR Shinobi adventure. Master the art of stealth action as you infiltrate castles across feudal Japan with your arsenal of weapons, tools, and techniques, outwitting all enemies on your quest to defeat the 6 Oni of Iga. If you do have PlayStation VR 2, be on the lookout for Arashi Castles of Sin Final Cut. Its definitive release and VR's award-winning stealth action experience using the innovations of next-gen VR hardware. Immerse yourself in the ultimate Shinobi fantasy, leap from rooftop to rooftop, hide in shadows, and perform lethal sneak attacks as well. Arashi Castle of Sins drops tomorrow for VR 2. And that is going to do it for me. Again, December is going to be a relatively quiet month for big releases. We got Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. I think the CyberPunk release is huge. But come tomorrow, you got some interesting titles to be on the lookout for. Have them on your radar, wishlist them, whatever you want to do. That's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.